What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love, much love. If you are here, you can hear me clearly. Please put a number one in the chat. Please put a number one in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Before we get into today's show, we're going to get right into it. Shout out to everybody in the building. Put a one in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Okay. I see a couple of ones. Let me get a few more ones. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me get a few more ones. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. So we're going to get into it. We are going to get into it. Okay. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody. Let's give some shout outs. Let's see who's in the building. But of course, welcome back to Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm your host, DS1 Ross. Of course, I appreciate all the love and the support. Let's see who's in the building on this Saturday evening. Let's see who's in the building. Let's give some shout outs. While you guys hit that like button, while y'all hit that share button, share today's show, share it on your community tabs, Facebook, Instagram, anywhere that you share content, Twitter, anywhere that you share content, share today's show. We're gonna get into it today. I had to speak about this today, man, because it's getting out of hand. And we need to speak about this. So shout out to everyone. Let's see who's in the building. Shout out to my man Bob. What's good, Bob? Salute. Seth's son on the check-in. Salute, my brother. Salute. What's good, Boot Camp? Shout out to Boot Camp on the check-in. What you know about that, Bob? What you know about that, Bob? Yes, sir. The Buffalo Kids. That was my man Jay Skis. Jay Skis and Conway. Hey, Brownie. What's going on there? What's going on there? Hey, Miss Camille. Good to see you, sweetheart. Shout out to Miss Camille in the building. Shout out to you. Most Benevolent King. What's good, Most Benevolent King? Salute. Shout out to my comrade on the check-in. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Rona. Salute, my brother. Salute. Most Benevolent King says, DS1, what's up? Salute to you and everyone in the chat. No doubt. Salute, man. Salute. Jordan Smith on the check-in. Salute. Now make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Yeah, man. I had to talk about this, bro. Yeah, y'all know I usually don't come live on a weekend. You know, it's definitely rare for a brother. But I had to speak about this today because I just have to say this real quick. Let me go in real quick before we get into these videos about this topic and why I want to speak on this topic today. Shout out to my man Dion on the check-in. Salute, my brother. Salute. Right? And I want to speak on this because it seems like guys are picking this time, right? What's up, May? Peace to you. It seems like guys are coming. It just seems like guys are moving back into pandering to women. Okay, I know a lot of y'all, you know, are happy that the men don't have a space to congregate and to, conjure up a lot of the bullshit that was around. I get it. But this shit is getting out of hand. See, men's rights activism is never going to stop because of the shit that's going on online now. First, let's speak to these pandering pastors and preachers. We have to first start with these pandering pastors and preachers. Now, this is just my honest assessment of what I've been seeing online from these young pastors and preachers, these cool guys. What I'm hearing from these brothers is I'm hearing a bunch of pandering to women. I'm hearing that they're instructing men to pander to their wives, right? Not take care of them, pander to them. And what it's creating, it is further creating the problem that is already here, right? And this problem, in my opinion, has destroyed a lot of churches. It is these pandering pastors and preachers. Because we understand that in the Black community, the biggest consumers are women. So they pander to the women. They tailor the message to pander to women. They tailor the message to the men to pander to women. You see? Now let's look up the word pander. What is pandering? What is pandering? What does that mean? Pandering. Gratify or indulge an immoral or distasteful desire, need or habit or person with a such desire. Pander. This is what's going on. This is what's being promoted. Do y'all see why I just did the series? And y'all can go and check it out. Sexual submission and leadership. You see? See, because I know a lot of y'all be wondering why a lot of Black men left the church. And y'all follow me for a minute. What's up, Zaire? Good to see you. What's up, Cupcake? Cupcake Zone. What's that? Triple Black. What's good, Triple Black? Right? Y'all wonder why. It is because these men, a lot of these men, chose not to pander. They don't agree with that. And ultimately, this is why you have a lot of unhappy women, a lot of unsatisfied women in the church. You see? Because at the end of the day, that's not what you're supposed to be doing. And see, They want to replace the men who show up as men, regardless of whatever circumstance, right? And they want to label those men pookies. And they want to replace these guys with these pandering men. These men who willing to kiss ass and do whatever for that coochie. See, because understand what pandering is all about. Understand what pandering is all about and why men pander. They pandering for that coochie. See where I'm going here? Which goes back to what? Sexual submission. This is not masculine. This is not masculine. And this is why overall, the majority of our women are unhappy. You know, they're sexually dissatisfied. It is because these pandering niggas who have been made to be called men and looked at as leaders, when these are the niggas who causing the problems. These are the niggas. These are the niggas that the real men have to come back and clean up behind. These are the niggas who traumatized y'all. These are the narcissistic guys. These pandering ass niggas. You see? A nigga who not gonna show up and be himself. Scott Swipe. What's good, Scott Swipe? In the building. Corey Banks. What's good, Corey Banks? What's good, Cartel? Shout out to everybody. And fellas, we have to stop this shit. It's our job to take care of our women, not to pander. Not to sit there and kiss her ass because you know you want her to bend over real fast. That shit has to stop. And we got niggas like Steve Harvey out here who thinks that that's what it is to be a man. And he always get on these interviews and try to low-key check guys who don't do that. And try to throw us into some category of us not being real men because we don't kiss our women's asses. Because we don't grant our women access to every fucking thing we have because she our woman. Because we don't run around and throw other men under the bus so we can have sex with women and write books and shit about it. He tries to throw us in some category like we not men. When Steve Harvey, we know you's a goofy. We know you were a goofy. You's a bozo. You were always a bozo. And we're going to listen to your bozo story and how you met your wife. And how you always was a bozo. But before we get into Steve Bozo Harvey, shout out to Pro Theologist. Shout out to Australia in the building. Before we get into that, right? Before we get into Bozo Harvey, I have to show you niggas this. This is exactly what I mean by pandering. It's good, cuzzo. Salute. Salute, cuzzo. Shout out to Heels In on the check-in. Right? This is what I mean by pandering to women. Look, we have to look at this. Shout out to Midtown Pookie. Salute. We have to look at this. This is getting out of hand, man. You dudes are going too far. You dudes are going absolutely too far with the pandering, man. So let me share my screen. We getting ready to get into this video. Look at this shit. Look at this, y'all. Watch this.
He doesn't eat your white ass. He doesn't eat a nigga ass.
We be eating his wife ass. Oh, I love that. Yeah, he ate that thing. He ate that ass. Yeah, no, you guys are so classy.
I ready, 1, 2.
Eating niggas ass. Eating niggas ass. We be eating niggas ass. And then we gotta rock the boat. Rock the boat.
Now, these are the type of niggas that's running around here today talking about they men. You see, y'all saw that? Did y'all just see that? Did y'all hear that? This is the shit that I'm talking about. This is why I just did the series that I done. I'm a rewind it so y'all can see it again. I'm gonna refresh it so y'all can see that shit again. Astral Atmosphere, salute. So y'all can see it again. This is exactly what I'm talking about when you niggas get the pandering to women, man. Look at this shit.
I ready, 1, 2.
Eating niggas ass. Eating niggas ass. We be eating niggas ass. And then we gotta rock the boat. Rock the boat.
He doesn't eat your white ass. He doesn't eat a nigga ass.
They eat niggas ass too. You see that? You saw Charlemagne with his tongue out, rocking the boat. These are niggas following women. He was rocking the boat. You saw him? The nigga was rocking the boat. She said, now rock the boat. The nigga had his tongue out, rocking the boat while she eating his ass. Y'all got to pay attention to shit. See, she eating niggas ass. She's showing these niggas how to eat a nigga ass. She's showing these niggas how to eat a nigga ass. And Charlemagne loved it. You see, he loved it so much he got weak because he thought he was getting his ass ate. Watch. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. Watch. He thought he was getting his ass ate. Watch how he fall and fall to his knees. This is what I'm talking about. The lack of masculinity. When you get the pandering to women, and you get so used to doing it, they'll have you doing some shit like this. Watch.
I let it 1, 2.
Eating niggas' ass. Eating niggas' ass. We be eating niggas' ass. And then we gotta rock the boat. Rock the boat. No, you gotta spit that tongue.
You gotta eat your white ass. You gotta eat a nigga ass.
She told that nigga to stick that tongue out. She said, stick that tongue out. Listen to how she talked to these niggas. These are grown men with children. Grown men with children. Stick that tongue out. How they talk to niggas. See why these, I know why a lot of y'all women unhappy. Y'all run around here teaching niggas how to eat niggas' asses and then gotta go home and use a toy. Yeah, I know. Because y'all out here playing with these niggas who pander to y'all. These niggas who are not masculine. What are y'all doing out here teaching niggas how to eat ass? What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Shouldn't even be dealing with niggas like this. And look at Charlemagne. You see how he hit his knees? This is the shit I'm talking about. I'm gonna play it one more time. Then we gonna move on to Steve Bozo Harvey.
You just stop.
I let it 1, 2.
Eating niggas' ass. Eating niggas' ass. We be eating niggas' ass. And then we gotta rock the boat. Rock the boat. No, you gotta spit that tongue.
You gotta eat your white ass. You gotta eat a nigga ass.
You just stop. Eating his white ass. Eating his white ass. Eating his white ass. Eating his white ass. We be eating his white ass. Oh, I love that. Yeah, you did that.
Punch in the stomach.
He ate that thing. He ate that ass. Yeah, no, you guys are so classy. No, really, y'all are crazy.
Shut up.
I didn't know you was like this.
Y'all are so classy.
What are we doing? What are we doing out here, black men? That's some man shit, right? That's some man shit. This is what I'm talking about. And look, did y'all peep how when Suki Hana said, oh, he eating his wife ass. He wasn't that interested no more. Notice that, right? Charlemagne. Yeah. Yeah. This is a classic example of what happens to niggas over time when they pander to women. Next thing you know, she be eating your ass. This is how this happens. Now she in a whole relationship and she got to eat ass 3 times a week. Now you want out the relationship. You feel trapped. You're stuck. He a narcissist. He's crazy. Why? Because he making you eat his ass? Huh? Remember, you like niggas that pander to you. You ain't know you didn't know that was gonna turn into you eating niggas' asses every night. You didn't know that, right? Now you want out. Now you want to be with a man. You want to be with a man now. You looking for a man. You looking for a real man. See what happens? And these are the type of niggas that are on social media talking about manhood and masculinity. saying that this type of shit is actually okay. It's okay. They're still masculine by doing that. Oh, what's wrong with that? Oh, come on. You're overreacting, DS1. What's wrong with that? What do you mean what's wrong with that? Since when men start doing that? Since when that has become okay for men to do? Since when men start following women like that? Where a woman will have you reenacting some shit like that. Where's your manhood? Where's your balls at? Where's your testicular fortitude? That's supposed to kick in. The hell are y'all doing out here? Black men. Now let's get to Steve Bozo Harvey. Shout out to everyone in the building. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button and share the show. Hit that like button and share the show, man. Fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use. This is for educational purposes only, YouTube. This is for educational purposes only. What's up, ES? Good to see you. That's Suki Hana, Jordan Smith. That's Suki Hana and her crew. But let's get to this interview. We're gonna review this interview real quick that Steve Harvey did on Shannon Sharp's podcast, Club Shay Shay. I don't know why that's just kind of weird to me. It's kind of zesty, but we're gonna review this clip that was taken from the interview. What's good, Bucket? Shout out to Bucket on the check-in. David Owens, what's good? What's good?
Right after the divorce, 2006, she
What,
came.
you reconnected. So y'all had dated before?
I dated her in the 80s.
Really?
Yeah, I dated her in the 80s.
I thought
Now, Steve is talking about his current wife, Marjorie, that he dated her in the 80s. Pay attention. Listen to this bozo.
they say love is like an eclair.
I reconnected with Marjorie in 2005, right after the divorce, 2006, she
What,
came.
you reconnected. So y'all had dated before?
I dated her in the 80s.
Really?
Yeah, I dated her in the 80s.
I thought they say love is like an eclair. Once it goes cold, it can't be reheated.
Your mind ain't go cold. Red hot, poker hot, hot tamale hot. I'm talking about Tabasco.
So,
It's just I got in trouble.
right,
When we started dating, I became homeless.
right,
Wasn't no cell phone.
right.
I just had a house number. She had a little baby. I figured, what I got to offer this woman? I'm in trouble now.
Right,
So I just drove off. We never had an argument or nothing,
right.
you know?
Let me take a sip of water. What's up, Mrs. Fim? Lie number one, bozo. You're lying, Steve. You didn't get in trouble. You were broke, nigga. You were broke. Okay? She was a street hood chick because he just admitted she had a baby. And nigga, you knew you wasn't getting no ass because you was broke. Because the nigga who knocked her up and left her was a nigga in the streets getting money. And you didn't have no money, So you stepped your broke ass off. See, I don't know why you pandering ass niggas. The truth is not in y'all men. You pandering ass niggas love getting up here lying. Talking about you got in trouble. No, nigga, you was broke. You was homeless and broke. We heard your adoption story, nigga. We heard your homeless tale. You was broke. She got pregnant by a drug dealer as a young girl. She was a busted baby. And you was in love with her. And she was getting bust down by Pookie. And Pookie knocked her up. And she wasn't fucking with nobody back then who ain't had no money. Because this was the 80s. You're goofy. Stop getting up here lying, bozo, and then think you could check other men. Like other men don't know you a simp and a bozo. And you bought your wife, nigga. That's what you did, boy. Let's get back to you telling on yourself, bozo.
Connected with Marjorie in 2005, right after the divorce. 2006, she came.
You reconnected. So y'all had dated before?
I dated her in the 80s.
Really?
Yeah, I dated her in the 80s.
I thought they say love is like a McLaren. Once it goes cold, it can't be reheated.
Your mind ain't go cold. Red hot, poker hot, hot tamale hot. I'm talking about Tabasco.
So
it's just I got in trouble.
Right.
When we started dating, I became homeless.
Right.
Wasn't no cell phone.
Right.
I just had a house number. She had a little baby. I figured what I got to offer this woman. I'm in trouble now.
Right.
So I just drove off. We never had an argument or nothing.
Right.
You know?
Wow. Why did you continue to believe in love? After everything that you've been, like you're telling me you've gone through a divorce and things happened with the taxes and she took half the money, 3/4 of the money. Here I was, thought you were selling your money because you made all this money on Kings of Comedy and you got $1,700 to your name. Why did you believe in love twice? Why did you believe in you could find love again?
Because of my mom and daddy. My mom and daddy's married 64 years. I saw what it looked like.
Right.
I saw what it looked like when it was hard, when it was good. I watched a man honor a woman. I've never seen nobody love nobody like my daddy loved my mom. That boy with that 3rd grade education, my mama taught my daddy how to read and write. I never seen nobody love nobody like Slick Harvey loved Eloise Vera. He'll kill you about her. And he embedded that in me and my 2 brothers. Anybody say anything about your mama, get that ass right there, right then. If you can't get that ass, come to this house, get your brothers, but go back and get that ass. She off limits. Ain't no jokes about your mama, ain't no nothing. That carried me to this day, man. You can't say nothing about Eloise Vera Harvey. She off limits, man. We ain't playing them games. Right. You start that your mama shit up at the school, we finna fight. When they would suspend me for fighting, my daddy said, what was you fighting for? I said, he said something about mama. He said, oh, okay.
He embedded that like, okay, how he felt about your mother, his wife, you carried that with your...
I just saw it, man. I went, wow, that's how you do it? And so
you
I
never had that
it.
before. In all your relationships before in the marriages, you never had that. What he had with your mom, you never had that.
My first marriage, I got married when I was 24. I wasn't the man my daddy was.
Okay.
I was trying to do something he was doing and I ain't had equipment for it.
Okay.
I ain't know how to problem solve, navigate, negotiate. Right. I didn't know how to shut up in the argument.
Right.
I was just losing arguments because I kept them going.
Right.
I messed that up. The second one, yeah, that one right there, dog. That's just need another drink. I just said I don't do 2, but you got me in here now. You got me in here deep, Shannon.
Oh, so okay. The second one, obviously that was the worst one. Normally, after a really, really bad traumatic experience, you're like, I'm done with this. It ain't for me.
I was. Let me tell you something, man. When I got divorced in 2005, I was living in Trump Towers in New York.
Right.
On 48th and 1st.
Yep.
I said, after that, this is what I'm finna do. I had learned about private jet travel and stuff by then. Even though I ain't had no money, I just signed this other contract trying to get back from that 1700. I said, I'm gonna put bus schedules on my walls. I'm gonna have arrival and departure times.
Right.
That's how many women I'm finna roll up in here in 60B. Bus schedules, arrival and departure times. I'm finna roll them up in here on a continuous basis. I'm finna live my best life. God said, no, you ain't.
Oh, I was gonna say you about to be Nick Cannon before Nick Cannon did, huh?
You see what I'm talking about? Shout out to Jay Sean. Black Man's Heart Podcast. Salute, bro. Shout out to my comrade on the check-in. I see you, bro. This nigga said, God said, no, you're not. Nigga, God did not stop you from tricking. He literally said he had bus schedules, arrival times, and departure times. This is how many women he was going to have running in and out. Steve, you going to have us believe that you wasn't going to be paying for all those women? Why would God stop you from tricking? Explain this to me. Explain this to me. Why would God stop you from buying some coochie? Huh? Because you was buying coochie before. Yeah. So God told you, nigga, keep God out of this. And this is the shit that I'm talking about. Because these are the same type of niggas that's all on Instagram, that's in the church, saying little monkey shit like this too. Little simp shit like this too. Pandering shit. And then trying to say that that's being a real man. That's being a godly man. When you just admitted you was getting ready to go on a trick fest. You literally was going to be having women coming in and out of your goddamn room and then going to say, oh, God had a different plan. This is the shit that I'm talking about. These are the niggas that's in the church house. Controlling shit in the background. Niggas like this, Steve Harvey type niggas. Then you got all these goddamn single women in the church. Some of y'all sitting up there on the goddamn, on a podium with kids in the goddamn pews. But then you get on these little platforms and try to act like you checking men. When you running around dirty dicking, raw dicking women all day, acting like you some godly man, and you ain't nothing but a trick and a John. And you think you could, because certain men ain't in the church, you could check them and so-called weaponize the word. So you could keep the women that's in the church away from certain type of men. So y'all can have all the access to them. See, the men know. This is why certain men left the church. Because certain men know these tactics. We're men. We know the lengths some men will go for coochie. We know the lengths some men will go. They will become any goddamn thing. Oh, you want a pastor? Oh, you want a God-fearing man? Thank you, Jesus. And then he'll get in the church and be having sex with you, and you. And it's these Steve Harvey type niggas taking other pastors' wives on to lunch, sending other pastors and deacon wives gifts and shit at work. Come on, see, the men know the type of trifling shit these Steve Harvey type niggas be doing in the church. They trifling trick ass niggas that need to be called out and excommunicated out of the church. But since them niggas got some money, yeah, because he done paid for the new walls. He done paid for the bathrooms and the plumbing to get fixed. This is what these trick ass niggas do. Snake ass niggas. Let's finish listening to this bozo tell on himself. What up, Boogie Man?
Do you want to grow your YouTube channel?
I know where the drugstore at.
So you was like, okay.
I'm sorry. I don't want to say sorry, Nick.
You said, okay.
Nick, I don't know where that came from, Nick. I swear to God. It's a Kevin Hart prank. I didn't mean to say that. I don't even know. Did I just say I know where the drugstore at?
You just said that.
I don't even know where that came from, man. See, that's that gift that just fired off.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that was the plan.
How did you and Marjorie reconnect?
God said, no, you're not. No, you're not. You're not finna do that. You finna get yourself together. Now, you done lost everything twice.
Twice.
You want to do it again? You want to do it again, or you want to see what I got for you?
You like a cat, Steve.
The day after my divorce, I went to Vegas.
Okay.
I'm gambling. My bodyguard Boomerang on the phone talking to this girl named Sharon in Memphis. He asked about Marjorie. He said, Marjorie doing pretty good now?
Now notice, let me make this point real quick. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you. You took the words right out of my mouth, bro. Stop saying God, goofy. Because every time he say God, notice how he say some defiled shit right after. The first time he said he was going to go on a trick fest, he said God stopped him. Then the nigga said, after God stopped him, how he was in a casino gambling. Why every time you say God, after that, you doing debauchery? You see what I'm talking about with these niggas? God said, no, I was gambling at the roulette table. Why God ain't tell you not to gamble? He told you not to buy no coochie though, but he ain't tell you not to gamble. You see what I'm talking about? You see what I mean? You see what I mean with these wicked niggas? They need to be ran out of the church. You want the real men back in God's house? Get these type of niggas out. Get them out. Women, vote these niggas out of the congregation. I was getting ready to go on a trick fest and buy a bunch of coochie. God said no. But then he said I could go downstairs to the roulette table and gamble. This is a nigga who talk about pookies and hood niggas. Watch how he bring up her ex-husband. Watch this. Watch. These are the niggas I'm talking about. These are the real problematic men. It's these types. These are the niggas oppressing y'all. These type of niggas. These niggas. Listen to him. Listen to him. Listen to this bozo. He's a bozo. Listen to him.
And I hadn't talked to her in years.
Right.
Boom, tapped me on my shoulder, said, hey, man, I got a phone gambling. My bodyguard do that. You finna get yourself together. Nick, I swear to God, it's a Kevin Hart prank. I didn't mean to say that. I don't even know. Did I just say I know where the drugstore is?
You usually say that.
I don't even know where that came from, man. See, that's that gift that just fired off.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that was the plan.
How did you and Marjorie reconnect?
God said, no, you're not. No, you're not. You're not finna do that. You finna get yourself together. Now, you done lost everything twice. You want to do it again? You want to do it again, or you want to see what I got for you?
You like a cat, Steve.
The day after my divorce, I went to Vegas.
Okay.
I'm gambling. My bodyguard Boomerang on the phone talking to this girl named Sharon in Memphis. He asked about Marjorie. He said, Marjorie doing pretty good now? And I hadn't talked to her in years.
Right.
Boom, tapped me on my shoulder, said, hey, man, I got a phone call. I said, dog, I'm gambling. You know, I don't talk to nobody. He said, no, dog, you need to take this phone call. So I thought something was wrong. So I got her from the roulette table. I said, hello. She said, boy, what you want? I said, Marjorie?
Look how she talked to this man. What's up, Akuma? What's good? Look at how she talked to this nigga. Boy, what you want? And he knew who it was. These are the type of niggas that could tell somebody how to be a man. Let's keep listening. This nigga's a bozo.
Shoulder said, hey, man, I got a phone call. I said, dog, I'm gambling. You know, I don't talk to nobody. He said, no, dog, you need to take this phone call. So I thought something was wrong. So I got her from the roulette table. I said, hello. She said, boy, what you want? I said, Marjorie? She said, yeah. So I just said, so how your punk ass husband doing? That's the first thing I said. Because he's a punk ass dude to me. I still hold strong to that one. I've never retracted that statement.
Okay.
I said, how your punk ass husband doing? Because I had heard she had got married.
Right.
How her punk ass husband is doing. See what happens when these bozo niggas get a little money? But isn't this the same punk ass dude? Isn't he with the woman that you couldn't get? But now he a punk ass dude because you can afford her now. See, this is the shit that I'm talking about. Pandering ass nigga. Pandering. Pandering. This is what I'm talking about. This is not masculine. And you women who get in relationships with niggas like this is why you suffer. Because you with a weak ass nigga. And you know that. But you stay. So you get what you get. Let's continue.
She said, boy, I've been divorced 3 years.
Uh-oh. Light bulb go off? You start smiling?
I'm talking about, man, like a head, like a halogen light bulb, and they hadn't even been invented then. Ding! I ended up going to Memphis, met her for lunch. She told me about a divorce. I said, I'm divorced too. She said, boy, shut up lying. Because it hadn't went public.
Right.
And she said, shut up, I know you got married again. And I said, no. She didn't really believe it. It took me 2 weeks to convince her. We talked on the phone that New Year's Eve. She was in Hawaii with her kids. I'm on the phone with her all night, man. Just remembering stuff. Hadn't seen her. In Valentine's Day, 2006, she came to New York. That was it, dog.
She ain't left your side since.
No. And God said, that arrival and departure sign, you're going to take that down off the wall.
Wow.
I showed it to you one time. You didn't get it then. And after her, man, I mean, really, you look at my career and my life after her, it's just been a rocket shot.
You credit her for everything that we see Steve Harvey sitting here today. You credit her for that. The man that you became, the way you dress, the way you talk, the things that you have going on great in your life. You said, that woman over there.
Because I know what it is. Now, a lot of dudes won't do that. And I understand that. You want to get your shine on, you this and you that. Yeah, but I was that before, and I wasn't this or that.
Right.
I was a comedian before.
Right.
I was a TV star before. So you tell me what the difference is. It got to be her.
Right.
Because for the first time, man, I had peace at my house.
Oh.
When you got peace at the crib, dog, you can plug in your battery pack and get rejuvenated to go out here and deal with the rest of this shit you got to go deal with.
Right.
Because hey, man, you know, them folks out there, they not finna change. Racism out there.
Right.
It's on TV. It's on the internet. It's alive and well. She would give me the juice and the charge I needed to go back out there. She encouraged me. She told me I was something when I felt bad. She gave me but we was at the house laughing, having a good time, man. If you look at since 2000, we got married in 2007. If you look at from 2007, I got Family Feud in 2009. The book came out 2009. Miss Universe after that. The talk show after that. Little Big Shots after that. The Judge show. The radio show got big after that. 4 books later, the movie came out, Think Like a Man. All this after that.
Nigga. Nigga. Where's the glory to God? Huh? Huh? Oh, I thought God told you to get your life together. Oh, so God didn't do none of that. That was because of Marjorie. That wasn't because of God. You see what I'm talking about? You see? Whenever he want to get his balls wet, he talking about God right after. Where's your credit to God for your accomplishments? How you giving all that credit to Marjorie? Where's the glory to God? God-fearing man? You're a pandering ass nigga. And the reason why you got all of that shit is because you got most of that shit after you wrote that simp ass tell-all book. And you did that because Marjorie told you to do it. Because you set up under her and told her all your trick tales, nigga. On the road, you was telling her all the pussy you was buying. So like a good bottom chick know how to do, they know how to communicate with men very well. A good street girl who learned from a man, preferably either a pimp or a drug dealer, because she was out there in the 80s. Had a baby, single mama, all that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. She finessed this nigga to write the book. Well, you could put all of this in the book. If this what men like you really do, this what y'all really into, why don't you put it in the book? We not stupid, Steve. But you forgot to give glory to God. You gave all the goddamn glory to Marjorie. You pandering nigga. Let's continue listening to this bozo.
What else is it? I just locked in with this chick, man, and she gave me a lot of good advice, man. She made me see things in a different way. And it was her, man, and it's okay, man. It's people don't want to do that. Now, I know they tired of hearing me saying, but what you want me to say? Shit, I ain't got nothing else for you.
Say God, nigga.
Shit, it wasn't just all me.
Right.
She gave me the mindset to be me. And that's crazy, man.
What?
It's like there's a dude named Nuri Muhammad.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had my phone.
Hold up. Did y'all hear this? This is pandering at its finest. This is pandering at its finest. This nigga just said out his mouth that Marjorie gave him the mindset. What? If you're a godly man, Steve, doesn't the hierarchy go God, you, your woman, and then the children? So how the hell Marjorie give you the mindset? Because you're not a godly man. You're a carnal man. You're a pervert and a freak. That's what you are. And you like to get high and have sex, like most of these niggas in the industry. You can't hide, old nigga. You like to eat blue chews, and get high, get drunk, and have sex with street women. Because that's all Marjorie is. It's a street woman. And she finessed you like street women would do. Because a godly woman wouldn't have told you to write no motherfucking book like that. So we know that you and her are not God-fearing. We know that already. We know that through your behavior. You're not God-fearing at all. Because she gave you the mindset. You didn't get the mind from God to do what you're doing. You got it from her. And she got that from another street nigga. Pandering at its finest, y'all. Let's continue. And then we're going to wrap this one up. Shout out to everyone in the building, too. Y'all hit the like button and share the show.
Oh, man, you could hear what this dude said about relationships. It's the coldest thing. He said, other than your relationship with God, who you choose to spend the rest of your life with is the single most important decision you will ever make. Because your other half will your other half will be your better half or make you half of what you could be. Wow. She will either inspire you to greatness or reduce you to mediocrity. And then he went on to talk about, he quoted Minister Louis Farrakhan, and then at the end of it, he said, so choose wisely. And that was the first time, man, that I'd ever chose wisely. And it was the best thing, because a woman like an elevator button, man, it can take you up or down. If you get the right one, you got something. Mm-hmm. You get the wrong one, but it's like a man to a woman. If you get the right man, you can go somewhere. Right. You get the wrong man, you off. Like I heard you say one time, well, I was laughing so hard. You said you paid for a divorce.
Yeah.
I said, this dude right here was committed.
But see, I want people to say, she was getting a divorce already. I didn't break the home up.
I don't give a damn.
Because you know how people take it and run with it.
Yeah.
She was getting a divorce.
And here go the money.
Right. Right.
What's wrong with that?
Right.
I'm trying to invest in my future.
Right.
See, these dudes kill me. That's what's wrong with this generation today. These young boys today, what does she bring to the table? The hell you mean, man? What do your ass bring to the table? You got a woman that can come to the table that can make another you.
Nigga, what? Did this nigga just remove men out of the equation of creating children? This is the problem. May says, the question I have is, are black men capable of genuinely loving a woman and do that with balance? I don't understand do it with balance means. I don't understand what that means. But that bullshit that this nigga just said out of his mouth aligns with this pandering talk where women are trying to convince men to pander and to feel good about it. Oh, well, to pander, and it's not really that bad, babe, because sometimes, what about sometimes? Can I have what I want sometimes? Sure. Me protecting, providing, problem solving, and procreating, you always get what you want. If you're provided, protected, and you have no problems around you, why wouldn't you have what you want? You're safe, you're comfortable, you got food, you got shelter, you have clothing, you have your husband. What else do you want? What else do you want? What balance? What do you want? What else? What do you want me to do? Okay, you want me to run your bath water? That's nothing. I'll run your bath water. I'll cook. You want me to cook sometime? That's nothing. That's small. That's nothing. Men are gonna do that for women who they like. If I like you, if I like you like that, and we together, I'm gonna cook for you. I'm gonna cook because I'm gonna show you I know how to do other shit. May says balance me not worshiping a woman or becoming feminine. No, I get what you're saying, and I'm pretty sure you understand what I'm saying. So we good, right? But this shit that Steve Harvey is talking about is the problem. Because we have men running around promoting this as if this is what it is to be a man. And that if you're not doing this, you're not a man. A woman can't be safe around you and all this goofy shit. Talking about why are men asking women what they bring to the table? Listen to this goofy. Again, listen to this goofy. Captain Bozo. Listen to him. Listen to this dumb shit that he say out of his mouth.
And invest in my future.
Right.
See, these dudes kill me. That's what's wrong with this generation today. These young boys today, what does she bring to the table? The hell you mean, man? What do your ass bring to the table? You got a woman that can come to the table that can make another you. What else she need to slide up to the table with? What about your job? What happened to men who were supposed to be responsible? Do you know that it's our job to take care of a woman and some children, to have a family? That's our damn job.
We know that, nigga, but it's not our job to pander either. The hell you talking about, nigga? So what Steve just shown, ladies and gentlemen, and to my young brothers who are listening, who are watching in the clouds, when Steve said that she doesn't have to bring anything else to the table, all she had to bring to the table was her coochie. Did y'all peep that? You see what I tell y'all about sexual submission? He just reduced his woman and reduced woman to just having children. Coochie. That's all she needs. So he's also telling you, brothers, you don't have to vet a woman. You don't need a vetting process. You don't have to evaluate the problems she may have, the trouble, the threat she may bring into your life. Being that she's coming with other children and other baby fathers and shit. You don't have to consider none of this shit. This is what Steve Harvey's telling you, young men. That all you need to make sure is if you have something to take care of her, that's all you need to worry about, and worry about getting that coochie. This is Simpology 101. This is John doctrine. He's teaching men how to be Johns. Jonathans. This is what he's teaching men, to be a John and to feel good about it. Let's continue. We're going to play a little bit more, then we're going to wrap this up. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat.
But what happens to when the woman tell you, I don't need a man, Steve?
Well, they need to what? Okay, if you don't, how that's working? You know how that's working? Who don't need no man?
I'm independent. I can do for myself.
Yeah, but why do you want to? Yeah, okay, you can drop a transmission. You can sandblast your house. But hell, do you want to?
No.
If somebody could get out there and drop this transmission for you and sandblast your house, why don't you go get your nails done? I'm not trying to reduce a woman to nothing else. Be all you can be. But damn, who don't need a man? That's a lie. What man don't need a woman?
When I'm making my videos, finding a good sound.
I tell you what, try to live without them. Try to live your life without women. This ain't about la-da-da, man. This is some bullshit without women. If it wasn't for women, what would you? Aristotle Onassis said it best. He said, if women did not exist, all the money in the world would have no meaning.
And on that note, we don't have to go no further. Pandering to women. Did you just hear that? If there wasn't for women, there would be no use for money. What? Ladies, these are the men y'all want to be with? These are leaders? Steve Harvey type niggas? These guys are leaders. He's in his masculine frame. Huh? This nigga just said, if it wasn't for women, there'll be no use for money. This what y'all want? This what y'all want from black men? Huh? Y'all want us on this type of time? This is masculine? Huh? John Doctrine 101. How to be a trick. Just go watch Steve Harvey in Club Shay Shay's interview. He gonna shame all the men who don't pander to women and gonna tell you why it's good to be a trick. And then quote all the other famous legendary tricks. Oh my God. Oh man. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. I appreciate everyone for pulling up to today's show. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all share today's show. Hit the like button and share today's show. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. If y'all enjoyed today's show, the Cash App is going across the screen, as well as the Venmo and the PayPal. It is all the same. Shout out to everyone for pulling up. Y'all hit the like button, hit that share button. Don't forget, get down in the comment section and let me know what y'all think of today's show, man. Let me know what y'all think of today's show. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. We will be back here Monday, same time, 2:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to all you visionaries, man. Shout out to all you visionaries. I appreciate everyone for pulling up on this Saturday evening. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.